Hamburgler grew up in a rich family, and as being the youngest of 36 children, excelled in acting.
Rock and roll McDonald's!
Not making the cut of Gilligan's Island, the Hamburglar was then introduced into the family of McDonald's.
Hamburglar case was that was a weird case. You see, he came to us about 1943, I think, and it was going real good for a while. He had acclaim. He was pretty popular with the kids, but they didn't like the fact that he could steal hamburgers. So that
During the Hamburglar's fame, he spent a lot of time with children, increasing McDonald's popularity.
Well, I don't have much to say about the Hamburglar, because, you see, he took a bite out of my head, and my jaw doesn't go right anymore, and that was a horrible day for me. He just came up there and goes, pow, pow, just like that.
Even though the Hamburglar's fame and fortune were high, he sometimes did not always get along with the other McDonald's characters.
Hi, my name is Grimace, and I am part of the original McDonald's family. Now, everything was going great, and it was just me, Ronald, and Bertie, until this strange character named the Hamburglar came along. Now, I'm not the kind of person that would like to judge people from their grimace appearance, but I think that I would like to just say that the Hamburglar is a very deranged individual. He used to go on rants, drink alcohol, and then he got into pain medication addiction. He was taking our money to pay for that. And it makes me so grimace, mad, that I can't even comprehend it.
The Hamburglar was on his way to becoming one of the top McDonald's characters, while co-starring with other famous actors in commercials and movies. The Hamburglar made up his own catchphrase, "Robble, robble."
Well, I've known the Hamburglar since a very early age, and I remember he was on his way to becoming a McDonald's legend. He was called the Dream Kid, and he was on his way to becoming a legend when he developed this catchphrase called "Robber Wobber," I believe it was. And yeah, I mean, he's just an all-around good guy. I mean, he cared for people, he loved kids, and he's just a really good guy. I mean, he's really kind, and just an all-around good guy.
Got it.
With the Hamburglar at the top of his game and his fame and fortune high, everything was going great. But just like Mr. Hicks's hair, it suddenly started to fade away.
He pulled out his Luger 9, he popped in a new clip, and he pulled it up. He held it up to his head, and oh god, it was horrible. Yeah.
07-11-22 to Kenny. 8300. 8362. 28 to a vehicle.
the June 16th event is kind of strange. I wasn't actually on the site at that time, but apparently he just walked in straight at that, fired the gun, and right to the temple. And Grimace fell dead right on the floor, and it was just a horrible, horrible day for the McDonald's characters.
When I started the McDonald's company, I used to brand cattle with my M cane like this. Just like that. Now, the event of June 16th is a horrible event, and I recognize that I upset many people, but you gotta recognize that some people are just plain crazy. And when they're crazy, that means you don't give them eviction notices for 500 miles away. And when he doesn't do it, don't try and kick him out, because then he'll just shoot you in the head, right in the head. I I don't know what more to say. Get that camera out of my face. Get that camera out of my face.
Yeah, in the markets, man. I like to tell you that I have New England hamburger pretty good, and I think that we need to say the real story about what happened to the hamburger. Now, you know, I was down there in the door, and the hamburger came over there, and then I just turned in, and I couldn't even say it. And then I just, you know, I went over down there, and I was talking to the hamburger. What are you doing down there? And he was like, hey, man, I don't know what you're doing, man. I ain't a hamburger, man. And I was like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, man? What are you? And then I was like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Ah, you just sliced me. Ah.
McDonald's is a place to rock. It is a restaurant where they buy food to eat. It is a good place to listen to the music. People flock here to get down to the rock music. Rock and roll!